In this video, we're in episode 5 of the Deluge Bootcamp series. This time we're going to go over sound design level 3. It is recommended to watch these videos at least once a day until you feel like you understand how it works. Use the timestamps in the description below to jump to where you want to learn. This time we're going to dive into FM and Ringmod synthesis. I'm going to experiment with each mode of synthesis so that you can get a feel for what it sounds like. So let's turn it on. We can see we're back in a clip view. Let's make a new synth by holding Shift and pressing Synth. Now let's press down on the settings knob. We're going to turn to Mode. So that's an M, Mode. Press down on the settings knob again. We can see we're in subtractive synthesis mode. Let's turn it to FM, or frequency modulation. Let's go back by either pressing the settings knob again or by pressing back. We're looking at the top menu again. Now if we look through here, it's changed a little. So right now we're seeing no filters, so no low pass, high pass filter. And we see carriers 1, 2, and modulation 1 and 2. So let's break this down so that it's easier to understand. Carriers are just sine waves. So like this sound we're hearing right now, let's turn it down in the volume, just so you can hear my voice. So if we lower this, so we're going to go down a couple octaves. Now we can hear, that sounds like the bass rattling. Let's turn it up a little. The bass rattling the back of cars when they drive by. So if we go way down a pitch, you can hear that. You might need headphones to hear it. So that's all it is. It's a sine wave. So to go in to carrier 1, we just press the settings knob. We can see volume, feedback, pitch transpose, and phase retrigger. If you can hear, there's like a snappy click sound when I'm pressing these pads. So let's just enter in to retrigger. This is going to change the start position of the sine wave. So turn it from off to 0, and you don't hear a click anymore. Now let's press back, and then let's turn to feedback. So this is a signal, and it's routing itself into itself. So it's a feedback signal, and it slowly changes when we turn this up, that sine wave into a saw wave. So it starts to get pretty loud, so I'm going to turn it down. Let's keep turning this up. So there it is, pretty much a saw wave. Let's turn it all the way back down. So if I go back twice, we're in the top menu. I'm going to turn to carrier 2. So it's another sine wave, and it's off. So if I go into volume, it's at 0. We're going to turn it up all the way. Press back. Now let's transpose it. So we don't really hear much right now because it's just that single wave. Because they're both the same waveform, a sine wave, let's transpose this. So we're going to turn it down to 12, negative 12. What you can also do is go to 0 and then turn to go to a decimal place. And if you slowly turn it, you can hear the sounds interact with each other because they're slightly detuned. And the higher you go, it starts to get a little unmusical. We're getting into strange sounds now. So let's bring it all the way back to 0. Next, let's look into modulation. So we just going back. So let's turn, and we have mod 1 and mod 2. Let's imagine mod 1 and mod 2 as waves that can affect the carriers. So the filter button right here, we're in FM mode. So the top gold is going to apply the amount of mod 1 to the sine waves. So you can hear that. And then the bottom one is going to affect the amount of mod 2 to the waves. So that one sounds lower, so I'm going to go into mod 2. Let's just check it. So we're going to go into transpose. We can see that's just an octave down. So the difference between those two right now is that they're just at different pitches. We can hear what this does, but the sine waves are being modulated by a pitch at such a high rate, we can't really hear what it's doing. So it sounds metallic and noisy. So let's go into Mod 1 and let's turn the pitch down. So transpose, and then we're going to bring this lower, and we're going to turn this up. Let's go way lower. Well, doesn't that sound like an LFO? And that's the amount, remember the top knob. Let's go even lower. So again, the amount makes it sound unmusical if it's too high. But if it's kind of low, it sounds pretty nice. Now what I'm going to do is turn up Mod 2. So let's go back. Let's go into Mod 2. Now what I can do with Mod 2 is I can change the destination. So right now it's on the carriers. But it can also, if we turn here, be applied to Mod 1 instead. So now it's just affecting Mod 1. So this can get pretty harsh, so I'm going to turn it down even more. So let's exit all of this and just start putting in some notes. Let's just put in a drone note. And let's listen to it. Okay, let's do an octave down. Hold up down knob, turn it left. Now it's lower. Now let's apply a little bit of Mod 1. Now remember, that's set really low. Now let's turn up Mod 2. Now I'm going to go into Song View by pressing Song. We're going to add a new track. Let's go into it. Hold Shift, press Kit, because we're going to make a new drum kit. We're going to choose drums. We're going to turn to kick. Let's choose a really light kick. Let's turn down the volume, so volume down. We're going to add just some kicks right here. Let's go into the menu. We're going to turn to Sidechain. It says send, so I'm going to go in. It says 50, so this is maxed out. It's sending to the Sidechain Compressor. So we're going to go back to Song View here and go into the top track. Push down on settings. Let's go to Sidechain, volume, and turn it up maybe about 40. Let's turn up some reverb. Play with the modulation. Just exit out to the menu, and we're going to go back in and turn to effects. Let's go into modulation, type. That's flanger, chorus, phaser. Maybe I'll stay with chorus. We're going to turn to rate. Let's turn it down, so it's really subtle. Let's exit out, add some notes. Turn up modulation. We need some more reverb. Let's turn it up. Let's press it down. It's on large now, so it's going to be a larger sound. We're going to delay. I'm going to push down here. Changes it to analog so it doesn't overload when I turn the feedback up. We're going to turn the entire pattern octave up. Hold down, up, down knob, turn to right. portamento. We're going to turn down the volume a little. It's getting a little loud. Turn it up higher. Now, so we turn down the modulation, so it's just a smooth sine wave sound. Turning it back up. Let's go back in the menu and go to Mod 1. Let's transpose this, so let's hear how it sounds different. Let's turn it up a little. We're just going to turn this. So here that's changing it so much. We're changing the pitch. Let's turn it down a little. Making it even higher. Let's octave down everything. Change that transposition again. Let's exit, clear everything. Turn it up a little. Go higher. Now we're going to go into the menu. We're going to go to Mod 2. We're going to go to Transposition, and then we're going to push in again. Now we're going to attach that to ENV2, Envelope 2. We're going to turn it up. Let's turn this down a little so we can hear what it's doing to the signal. You can change that to LFO1, for example. Let's change the destination to carrier. And then we're going to change the feedback, turn it up on Mod 2. Turn it down a little. Let's go make some more notes. Turn down the reverb a little. Let's exit back out. We're going to make a new track. Shift Synth. Press in the menu. Turn to mode. Change it to Ringmod. So we're going to exit here. Now Ringmod. Bring it back down. Turn the volume down a little. We're going to go into EQ. Turn up bass. Okay, let's just make it a little bass line here. Now we're going to go into the menu, go to Sidechain Volume, turn it up. Turn up portamento a little. Octave up. Turn up reverb. Delay. Back low. Now we're going to go out of here. Let's play around with oscillator 2 and transpose it. Now listen. Let's apply LFO to it. We're going to exit the menu, go back in, go to Effects, let's turn up the saturation, go back, let's turn up the size on the reverb, octave down. Turn off that track. We're going to go into this track again. Let's turn it up. Turn down the EQ a little. We're going to go to oscillator 2. Let's change the type of that to saw. Transpose this much lower. Bring it to 12. Let's turn off the kick here. Turn down the reverb. Bring it to the center. Let's go into oscillator 2. Let's transpose it, make it lower. So you can hear, it changes this entire tone. So that's the Ringmod. Now let's change this. Let's apply it to envelope 1. No, 2. So you can hear how much it's affecting the wave. Go back into the menu, oscillator 2. Let's change it to like a triangle wave. You can hear it sounds totally different everything I'm changing. Also has pulse width. So that also modifies the sound. Let's exit the menu, go to song, turn everything back on. Turn it louder, octave up.